Dr. Thomas Dallery, can you hear us?
Hi, I hear you very well.
It's a pleasure finally meet you, even if this is in this virtual place, you know.
Yes, I'm sorry for this, but it's all right. Huh? We will see you in video first, in video, and then maybe when things will be better from the COVID-19 and every year apart, but I hope not so many from now. We will have the luck to meet in person, maybe in Europe or maybe in Mexico.
Yes, of course. Maybe in 2 years we can take you to Mexico. No? Maybe
Yes.
in person, in the next seminar. You know.
Nice to meet you, Professor Dallery. We are very glad to have you here in our conference. It was very interesting, your papers. Already I read it. No, both of them that you shared to us. Very good. The subject, the thematic is very interesting for us that we are working here at the UNAM Faculty of Economics. And the topic of the relationship between the theory of the firm and the financialization is a very good topic. Very good topic. Congratulations.
Thank you. And for this afternoon, I was reading my notes to prepare myself for the conference. And I just received, maybe you also received a mail from Thomas Palais. Tom Palais just write a paper, and it was a spread through Europe lists of mailing lists on financialization, precisely on financialization and what he calls the vampire squid economy. So I'm not going to use this paper. It's too hot to be integrated into my presentation, but I hope that what I will say today will interest you, even though my paper is now 12 years old, because it was published in the Review of Radical Political Economics in 2009.
Yes.
So it starts to be older.
Actually, I want to thank for your paper, because when I was working on my PhD thesis, I was working in this subject in the relation of non-financial and financial sectors, and I found that it was already done. Yeah, by you, obviously. Then it was helpful to me. Yeah.
It's a good thing. I was when I was writing this paper, I come to know Thiel van Trek. I don't know if you know him.
Yes, of course.
Thiel has done his master degree in Lille in the same time as I was studying, but we didn't know each other. But during my PhD thesis, we come to know each other because of our thesis supervisors, and I started to work on financialization for the post-Keynesian theory of the firm. And when discussing with Thiel, he told me that he was also working on the financialization inside the post-Keynesian theory of the firm. So I think it was at the time a hot subject.
Okay. What do you think about the concept of overcapitalization that that Toporowski is working on it?
For me, I have a Keynesian flavor river. So I don't understand very well over accumulation. For me, it's not over accumulation; it's insufficient demand.
Yeah.
So if you have capital accumulation, it's not a problem. It's normally a solution. So you have to foster other source of demand to get rid of over accumulation in brackets.
Excuse me, Dr. Dallery, where are you working? Are you a full-time professor?
No, I'm in France. I'm maître de conférence, and the equivalent in English for maître de conférence is assistant or associate professor. It depends on the term. I'm not sure of it because in France we have different status.
It's so, like associate professor. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's associate. Full professor in France will be the equivalent of full professor will be professeur des universités, but it's not what I am. I am only maître de conférence, so it's associate or assistant professor in the English wording.
In which one university?
Littoral Côte d'Opale.
That's it. It's a university du littoral Côte d'Opale. It's in northern France, not in Lille exactly, but in the surroundings and on the coastal region. You have my teaching activities are in Boulogne-sur-Mer, but maybe the major town which are more renowned around the world is Dunkerque or Calais, because you are just across the channel. I can see the English coast from where I live.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Well, you are ready to start?
I'm ready to start when you want. So sorry for my bad English. I'm not good enough in English. But it's often the case for French academics because we were raised in the false belief that French is an international language, and so we have not a sufficient good teaching of English, and it's a shame that I'm not able to speak a better English than that. But I hope that you will find it understandable.
Yes, it's nice.
Excuse me. Do you know Robert Boyer or Carlo Benetti?
I know Robert Boyer, yes. It's in the same research network I'm in, so it's called AFEP.
He's working in the University of Americas, I think. Is he still working there? Professor Boyer?
He was working there, but I think now he's retired. Maybe for 3 or 5 years now. But he's still active because he still publish articles or he still go to conferences. So yes, he's still around there.
I was his student, and a couple of years back, he was in Mexico doing a seminar. In that time, I was his student.
Yeah. Very intelligent professor. I'm sorry about your paper and your subject. I didn't see the literature when I see the different works made by Marc Laboa and other post-Keynesian, but in particularly, I didn't see different works, different papers from Frederick Lee. Do you know his work?
Yeah. We invited him in Lille several years ago to speak about post-Keynesian pricing theory. But in my works on financialization, I don't use it a lot because his focus is more on price than on accumulation. And myself, I prefer to focus on accumulation policies of firms and to see how it can interplay with margin decisions. So the pricing policies is present in my framework, but it's a secondary subject. The main subject is accumulation plan, firm's accumulation plan.
Okay. Well, no, I told that because Fred and Mark Laboa and other post-Keynesian have been built a framework about the theory of economics. And in general, in heterodox microeconomics. But I am agree with you. It's not exactly
Ya deja de grabar eso.
the focus
No, dale.
of
Stop.
your object. Okay, very good.
And maybe
what
we can return to the main room. Yeah.
No será que
Sí.
tenemos.
Buenos días, ¿me escuchan todos?
Sí.
En un momento empezaremos con la conferencia magistral del doctor Dallery. Doctor, ¿sí me escucha?
Yo sí te escucho, Jorge.
Okay. Dr. Dallery, can you hear us? Because I cannot see you. Okay.
Sí está conectado, ¿no? Pero no, la cámara no está prendida.
Déjame verlo. Ok.
Creo que tienes que mandarlo para acá.
Ya
No,
voy.
ahí se ve, ahí se ve.
Okay. Sorry, Professor Dallery, it was my bad. Sorry, it was my bad. Okay. I don't know if we have 4 minutes left. Okay.
Okay. Let me introduce Professor Dallery to other co-coordinator is Dr. Roberto Valencia.
Nice to meet you.
And over here we have another people that we are working together, but I don't know.
El doctor Corona no lo ubican ahí en el, a ver si ya entró. Doctor Corona.
No ha entrado.
Ok.
¿Hay forma de mandarle algún mensaje?
No tengo su teléfono, sé que no me lo pasó.
Sí, no, yo tampoco.
Esperemos que entre. We are waiting for your commenter, Professor Dallery.
Le marco a Seika a ver si no la agarro ahí.
No, está en su premio.
Sí, sí, ok.
Ok. Ok.
Pero se mandan un mensaje.
Sí. Bueno, gracias a todos por estar aquí. Vamos a iniciar en unos momentos. Ya tenemos con nosotros al doctor Thomas Dallery. En un momento haremos la presentación oficial. A las 11 iniciamos. Esperemos que sea de su agrado esta charla. Entonces,